Good afternoon. In this video, just I'm going to explain the different kind of a some sample programs by using a looping statement. So as we know that the looping means we are going to repeat the particular set of statement 0 or 1 or more times, then we can go with the concept of looping statement. So if you want to apply the looping statement, there are three basic steps. It's very, very important. That's identification of the loop variable. So for the loop variable, we need to identify the initial value, then followed by the condition and also the modification part. So these are the three major parts necessary when you are going to apply the concept of looping statement. Okay, so here just I can showcase the concept of looping statement with the help of some sample program. So the first objective is I'm going to write a program to display the natural numbers from 1 to n. So 1 to 10. So that is the objective. So here the input is, so here I'm going to decide it to 1 to 10. Just normally I'm going to print one by one. So assume that I'm going to have an initial values. So the series like this, I want to print like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is the value I have. So here what I need to do is just I'm going to print it one by one. See that first of all, if you are going to apply the initial, means always whenever you're going to print any series, always you must know the initial value of this series. So here the initial value of the series is that is a 1, and the next thing is the condition. That means that values varies from 1 to 10. So then the next thing is the next one is after that the conditions over. Then the modification part. The modification part always define a structure, and the differences. So normally the modification that means define it into you can apply any kind of operations for modification. But here the difference between the next series number and the series is 1. So that just I'm going to with increment 1. That means that addition with 1. That is called plus 1. That's the previous value plus 1. That is the thing we should work. So previous value of the variable plus 1. So for the loop variable, so I'm going to use only one loop variable because I have only one series. So that I am going to work with only one loop variable. For the loop variable, I have only the initial value of the variable is 1. The condition, the loop variable must be varies from 1 to 10. So I'm going to decide the condition based on that, and I'm going to use a modification part. The modification part define that means the modification defines the previous value with 1. So I'm going to define the name of the variable. For example, name of the variable is C. Clear? Okay, so just I'm going to say according to the syntax of the looping, the syntax for looping is initialization. But actually initialization is not a mandatory part of your looping. Then followed by while, condition. So then inside of the looping, that is called so while it's a keyword, it's a small cases everything, and inside of that I'm going to print the value of this loop variable, because the loop variable itself we have a value. That means it is a true statement. So here it is a true statement. True statements. And along with that, we need to use the modification part. So the modification part means the previous value with 1 here. So for this example, according to this rule, just I'm going to change the logics here for initialization. Instead of this initialization, so here the logical part must be as the loop variable as a C, and the initial value of the loop variable according to the problem statement, the initial value will be considered as a 1. And I'm going to change this a condition. So instead of this a condition, just I'm going to use it as I'm going to use it for as the loop variable. I'm going to find the loop variable between 10. That means always we are going to find the relation between your lowest value and your initial value. Means your higher end, that is called as lower limit and upper limit. Lower limit is normally it is pointed by the initial value, and the upper limit will be pointed by a condition. So here the upper limit is 10, so that we are going to find the relation between C and 10. Here the value of your lower limit is always less than, and here the 10 also must be included because the condition is I want to display from 1 to 10. So I'm going to use a less than or equal. So that is the condition. And for modification part, I'm going to use C equal to the previous value plus 1. It will be modified to the previous value plus 1, and it can be again updated in the same variable. So this is the logic things we have. So then the true statement means that our logical part of the code. So here I want to print like 1, 2, 3, 4 and all. So that 1, 2, 3 everything will be only on C. So just I'm going to print the value of C. So that I'm going to print the value of C. So I'm going to print the value of C. So this is the program, the equivalent program for these things. Just I'm going to execute with the help of that compilers. So this is a printing the values. So first of all, I'm going to say the initial value 1. You can take any value. That is only your choice. Okay, so the next thing is after initialization, next I'm going to work on looping. So that while, so the value, I'm going to find the relation between 10 and C. So that the relationship between the 10 and C for this program is less than or equal. Clear? So then I'm going to the looping statement, the equivalent action is I want to print the, the value of C. Then also we have to modify by 1. So that's all. The program is over. If you want, you can say like print is end. That's it. Depends on that. So here, that a working principle of this loop is. So this is for a sum of natural number. So natural.divide. Okay, so this is the program, and we know that the working principle of the loop. So always we must know the working principle, otherwise it is very difficult to understand. So here the working principle of loop is a similar thing. So you see the word while. While means that it is a looping statement, it is a repetition. C is the initial value. So C is the initial value. Here this is the condition, and this is the modification part, and this is the logical part. So that is the output screen. So that is the output screen we have. So there is a one loop variable is that there is a variable, that is a memory, it is C. So the initial value is 1. So the value of C is 1. Okay, so now this it's over, and the next thing is while the condition C less than or equal to 10. So here the value of C equal to 1. So that 1 less than or equal to 10, the condition is true. So if the condition is true, the looping statements are executed so that it will print to C. So now the value of C equal to 1, so that it will print to 1. So the next statement is C equal to C plus 1. The value of C equal to 1, so that 1 plus 1, so that the value of C equal 1 plus 1 is 2. Again, it will be updated on the variable C. So that the 1 will be replaced by 2. Clear? So okay, so the next thing is again, this is a while, so that it is a looping statement. See the word while or for is that, then you can say it is called as looping statements. Again, you have to go for the condition part because it is a looping part. Clear? So again, the value, now the value of C equal to 2, 2 less than or equal to 10, so that that is a 2 less than or equal to 10. So the condition is true. So if the condition is true, again the looping statement will execute from sequence order. So again there is a print C statements are there. So again it will print the value of C. Now this value of C equal to 2. So that it will print 2. Again the next thing is there is a expression. So the value of C, now the value of C equal to 2. 2 plus 1, 3. Again it will be updated in C. So that now the value of C will be changed as 3. So again it is a looping, so if you repeat it, 3 less than or equal to 10. So for 3 less than or equal to 10, so again it's a 3 less than or equal to 10. Again the condition is true. So that again it go for inside, it's a looping part. So print to C, so the value of C equal to 3, so it will print out. Clear? Next is C equal to C plus 1. So again 3 plus 1, it is a 4. Now the value of C is updated as 4. We know that the memory only hold only one value, so that the value of C equal to 4, 4 less than or equal to 10, true. That is 4 less than or equal to 10. So the condition is true. Again, it will print to 4. Again, the C value will be modified by 1, so that it is 5. Again, 5 less than it is true. Again, it will print out. and again C equal to 6. So it will work. Again it will print 6, so condition is true. Again C equals to 7. Again condition is true. Again 8. So it will be like x to the 7. Again it will be updated 8. Then it is 9. For 9 it is also condition true. And now the value of C equal to change as 10. So that 10 less than or equal to 10, condition true. Again it will print 10. Again it will print 10, and so now the value of C, again the C will be printed. Again now C equal to C plus 1, the 10 will be replaced by 11. So now the 11 less than or equal to 10, the condition false. Condition false means it will out of the loop. So there is no action, so it reaches the end of the program, so that the program will be terminated. So from that we can, this is the execution principle of this looping. I'm going to run this code once again. So now I'm going to run this code. See that the output will print from 1 to 10. So it will print from 1 to 10. So in order to control, normally in order to control the number of times the loop execution, always you have to get upper limit as an input. So here upper limit I will take it as n. So it is an integer. It's because we are working with a natural number. So input, I'm going to say that you can give any command. I'm going to give the upper limit, so that I'm going to say ask that it is a limit. So instead of this upper limit, I can change n. So now if I'm giving it 5, so the loop only work for 5. If it is a 10, it is the same working principles. So I'm going to give the value of n equal to 5, it will print only 5. If I'm going to change, give the value of n equal to something like n equal to 10, it will print from 1 to 10. If I'm going to print n equal to 20, it will print from 1 to 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it will print until 20. Clear? Okay, so here it is not necessary. There is something changes also we got. For example, here I'm going to, first time apply the modification part. Then after modification part, then I'm going to apply that print statement. Now you can check it what will happen. Actually here the value of the C is changed because the order is changed. Now I'm going to run this code. There is a small change. Surely some more updations also I need. So if I press 5, I want to print it is 1 to 5. See the answer, it will print 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is a changes I need, so that I have to work with the 0. So if I start with the 0, now I'm going to work with that. I'm going to give 5. So my expected is 1 to 5. But 1 to 5 is okay, but it will print x6 extra. It means that the loop are executed another 1 more time extra, so that I need to control it is less than. So I'm going to change this now. So I'm going to give 5. So it will work for 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the way we should identify the different things. The initial, that is it, by using the concept of initialization, and based on the initial and modification value, you can define the condition, and also you have to identify how many number of times the loop will execute. Always you have to define the relationship between your loop variable and your upper limit. And generally, the loop variable will be pointed to the initial value, and the upper limit always to point, means that pointed by as an input. That is the basic things you should remember, but it depends on the application can change. Okay, now I have to change the code. I'm expecting that instead of 1 to 10, so it's already over. Write a program for a 1 to n. Clear? Okay, so next thing is I want to write a program to display the following series. So write the program to display the following series. So for the just I assume that my series is like 3, 6, 9, 12, 20, sorry, 15, 18, up to n. So based on the value of the n, the value multiple of 3 want to display. So for this case, see that again I want to display the same thing, so that here the series will be started from C3. So that for this case the initial value is 3 and the difference is 3. So here the difference is 3. But so I have small changes my code. So the initial value is 3, the upper limit as usual n, so that the modification must be 3. But normally, my suggestion, you can try to go with a logical part immediately followed by the condition. Then you have to write the modification part at the end of the loop, so that it will always give a more clarity on your code. So I'm going to run the program. So just I'm going to give my input is 20, so that I'm going to display the multiplication table of 3 up to 20. So that 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So if I want to display like 2, now means that second multiplication table. So just I can multiply it like this, so that the initial value is very, very important. Clear? So if I want to display the multiplication table from 10. So I'm going to give 5, so that the upper limit must be high. So that I'm going to give the 20, so that it will give the multiplication. So that the values in the initial series is very, very important. And the same way, same way you must to know what is the difference and all. Clear? So this is called AP series. So maybe we call as AP series, arithmetic progression series. In mathematics, we will call as AP series. Even if you want, we can work with like this also. I want to print like this: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So for this case, the initial value is 10, but actually this is a higher value. Normally there is a reverse. Normally we are going to get a higher value as output, so that n is 10. And the next thing is because the lower limit always to be fixed here. For here the difference is 1, but it is 1, but it is a negative. That is a reduce. But in case in the previous problem was not, there is an increment. Clear? And so work up to 1. So that now there is a small changes in the code. The initial value is a given number. There is a higher upper limit as an input. And here now we are going to express the relationship between upper limit and the lower limit. So here upper limit is a C, but here always for this kind of expression, the lower limit is 1. Clear? So that the lower limit is 1, so that we are going to find the relation. But here the upper limit is always greater than or equal to 1, because we want to print 1 also. So that the difference is minus 1. Because the previous cases are not just we are incremented by 1, but here just I want to decrement it by 1. So just I'm going to run it. So I'm going to give the upper limit is 10. It means that I want to print 10 to 1. So it will work 10 to 1. So 10, 9, 8 it will work. So only Thomas, once if you want to display the series like that, only you must to understand what is the initial number, and you have to identify the proper condition. Always you have to identify which is the lower limit and which is the upper limit, and also you have to perform the corresponding operation. That is the thing is very, very important. Okay. So for in case I want to do some changes on this line. I want to print as changes like 50, 48, 45, 40. I want to work up to with only 20. But here I want to print from n. Clear? So n to 20 I want to print. So initial value is okay, as usual thing. So that the initial value is n. So here I maximum value is 20. So that I need to reduce it by 5 because that difference is 5. So now we can run on this. I'm going to give the value is 50. So it will work on 50. Is it clear? So the based on that we should work. So in case if I'm going to run with the different thing, for example, I want to display the series like this. Assume that I want to print like 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, up to for n terms. So here, okay, I'm going to display for n, up to limit n. So for this case, so here it is, see the difference is only thing is, here still now there is a constant distance we have, but here the initial value is 1. Initial value equal to 1. Here the difference is multiple of 2. So that is called multiple of 2. So that here the changes is because it is called GP progression. So that is called geometric progression. So that here the value of c equal to 2. For a geometric progression, here upper limit is n. You are going to find the relationship between upper limit and lower limit, and it is multiplied by 2. So just I'm going to give the second multiplication table. That is, I'm going to give the limit is 100, so that it will display up to 64. Even if I want that multiplication, means that is a 3 GP progression series for 3, difference is 3. Sorry, that is initial value 3. Then you have to multiply with 3 for GP series for 3. Is it clear? So I'm going to give 100 so that it will be multiple of 3. So that based on the changes on the initial value and the modification part, and based on the condition, we have to create different. We have to generate a different kind of a series. So this is the way we should create. We can apply the different kind of looping statement for generation of the series. So while you are going to generate a series, first of all, you must know what is the initial value, and as well as initial means that is a lower limit, and as well as upper limit. Also, you have to find the different relationship between the lower limit and upper limit. It will be act as a differences. That is called modification part, and based on that, you have to define the condition also. Some cases we have to work from upper limit to lower limit, or maybe lower limit to upper limit. Based on that, we are going to define the condition part. So this is the way just we are going to create a different kind of a series. So with the help of your looping statements. Thank you.